This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2020 Jayco Jay Flight. The model number is 183RB. Okay, and I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work here. So here we go. You have a power awning with LED strip, and it has speakers built into the awning. This is a vent for the range hood. If you're going to use the fan in the range hood to vent to the outside, make sure you free up this baffle here. You can see it right there. Hopefully you can see it. If not, you can just snap it shut, okay, when you're traveling or in storage. This is just power, 110 AC. That's your furnace vent there, of course. Let's see here. You get a 3/4 inch crank for the stabilizer jacks. Okay. You have a manual tongue jack, a full 20-pound LP tank, a deep cycle marine battery, brand new. Okay. Now, there are two ways to get water to the trailer. The most common way is the city water hookup. But if you're camping someplace that does not have city water, whether you're boondocking or for whatever reason you don't have city water, you can pre-fill the fresh water tank right there and use the onboard pump to pump the water. So I'll show you where the switch for the pump is inside, but you can always do that. Now, most places have city water, so you would hook up right here and you're all set. All the plumbing will work. The plumbing will work with the pump in the water tank too, but you only use that if you don't have city water. Okay. This type of slide out, just so you know, there are different types. This one's called a Schwintech. I mean, it's been bought by Lippert, but people still refer to it as a Schwintech slide out. So you can tell by the two rails on each side, the gear tracks. Okay. Cable, satellite, and cable and satellite through right there. This is your water heater. Okay, right now it's empty. You can see the plug is out. Here's the plug right here. So it's empty and it's bypassed, right? That's because it's winterized. By bypass, I'm talking about the valves on the back of the water heater are in bypass mode. So keep in mind that before you use it in the spring or summertime, make sure you change your valves back over to camping mode, and you put the plug in, and then you fill the hot water tank, which is right on the back of this here. You fill it before you turn on any kind of energy source. Otherwise you'll damage it if you don't. So you always want to make sure there's water in it before you turn it on. Now the switches to operate it are inside. I'll show you those when we get inside, but remember, always put water in it before you use it. Your cord pulls right out of the trailer. It's a 30 amp cord. We also give you a reducer to reduce it down to a 20. Okay. All right, so let's go inside. One thing while we're outside, manufacturers state that you should inspect your roof regularly. So on this one, a few times this summer, you want to go up there and look around, make sure all the sealant is good. There's no cracking or separation where water can get through. Make sure there's no damage to the roofing material or to the roofing attachments, let's say by low branches or by road debris flying up there, anything like that. Just make sure everything's in good shape. You're just protecting your investment. So odds are you'll inspect it and inspect it many times before you ever have to do anything to it, but that's why you're inspecting, just to make sure that everything's in good shape up there. Okay. All right, lights. Your slide room is right here, the button, and your power awning is right here. The power awning, never leave it out unattended. So if you're not going to be at the campsite, you make sure that you roll it in. Otherwise, it can get damaged very quickly by the weather. So keep that in mind. This is where you turn your water pump on right here. Remember I told you use that to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. You also use this to winterize the trailer too. That's how you draw the antifreeze in. Alright, to light your water heater on gas is right here. To turn on the electric heating element is right there. like I said, make sure that you have water in the tank before you turn it on, especially the electric heating element, because you'll burn it out very quickly without water in there. So make sure you have water in there. These are your levels. Your battery's charged, fresh water's empty, black is empty, gray is empty. They graduate up in 1/3 increments as these LEDs light up. So once you get past 2/3, you're going to have to start thinking about dumping your black and gray tanks. Okay? This pink stuff you see around the sink and tub and everything, that's antifreeze. Okay, so this is the range hood. I showed you the vent on the outside and told you if you're running the fan to a vent to the outside, make sure you have that baffle open, right? It also has a light. This 2-burner cooktop, you just light it with a grill lighter. Just a long neck lighter. You just turn it on to light, spark it, and it'll light, okay? Your microwave works like any other microwave. There's nothing unique about it. Your sound here, basically, let me see what we got here. We have AM, FM radio, we have Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone to your tablet. You have a USB drive here, so you can put all your favorite albums on one little USB drive and take it with you. This HDMI right here that's covered is an in, so if you want to go into the system with anything, you can go through there. Okay. You hook your TV up here. You can either use this 12-volt deal here, or you can plug it into 110. This is a GFCI, by the way. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through this GFCI, even the one on the outside. So if you're using something outside and you pop it, you're going to reset it in here. Okay. The thing to remember is your coax will go on here for your TV set, and then you want to turn that on. You can see there's a green LED there. You want that green LED to be on, because that's the signal booster for the digital antenna. So you won't get a good picture unless you have that on. That's important. Okay, so this is your furnace, obviously. I think the thermostat is back here, yeah. So to turn it off, you click this all the way to the right. To turn it on, you're going to click it to the left. It's very stubborn, but it will click over to the left. That's just the nature of this particular Dometic thermostat. So you click it over to turn it on, and then you can adjust the thermostat down here with this slider right there. So, okay, it lights automatically. You don't have to use a lighter or anything on it. It's all automatic. While we're down here, this is your power converter. So this converts AC to DC power. So when you're plugged into shore power, you have 110 AC right here. These are 110 AC circuit breakers like you'd have at home, and they're all labeled. Okay. Then the power is converted to 12-volt DC on this side. You got 12-volt fuses now, and they're all labeled. Okay. If any of these fuses were to blow, they actually light up, and you can see them through this perforated plastic here. Okay. And importantly, this is also a battery tender. So as long as you're plugged into shore power, this will sense how much energy your battery has and needs, and it'll act accordingly. Let's say your battery's totally charged. Well, it'll just trickle a couple amps up there to maintain it. If it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever it needs to send there to keep your battery charged. Okay. Also, of course, when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator will be sending power through the charge line to keep your battery charged too. So 2 different ways to charge your battery. One is from your tow vehicle, and the other one is from shore power with using the power converter. Okay. This here is your refrigerator. It works on 110 AC or LP gas. Right now, hopefully you can see it. It's on auto. This is the mode button here. Right there is on auto. Auto is pretty much where you want to be. Auto means auto electric. So on auto, it always seeks out electricity, right, and uses it if it can find it. If it can't find it, it'll automatically switch over to gas and light on gas, right? It's a gas absorption refrigerator, so it will work. It will run on gas. So LP gas, I'm talking about. So keep that in mind. One of the great things about auto is, let's say you're at a campground and you've gone adventuring for the day. Your whole family's gone, and it's a hot day, and soon after you leave, the campground power goes out. Well, it'll sense that, and it'll automatically switch over to gas so it don't spoil your food. Now, you can go like this and dedicate it to gas when you're pulling down the road, for example. That's fine, but either way, if you got an auto, once you eliminate the AC power, it's going to switch to gas automatically anyway. Of course, that's a switch on and off. Let me get this open with my other hand here. Here, I got to switch hands with my camera here. Here we go. Okay. So that's the inside of your refrigerator. It's got a little freezer, and it also has or just a little freezer and a refrigerator. Okay, that's good. All right. Doubles is an IQ test. I think I flunked. Okay. Sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. You just have antifreeze down there. You have a vent up here. You have a skylight. Now the toilet works like any other RV toilet in that that's antifreeze you're seeing in there. You got a flush pedal right here. Now the black tank is directly below, right? So you can't use it dry. You have to have chemical and water in the black tank. So after you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. You come in here, you dump 1 dose of chemical right in here, right? Then you step on the pedal and let water come swirling out. You hold it till at least a gallon of water goes into the black tank below with the chemical. Then you can use it. If you don't do that and you use it dry, it can get clogged up. Plus, it'll smell super duper bad. So you always want to have chemical and water in there, at least a gallon to start off with of water and a dose of chemical before you use it, okay? That's important. If you don't, you'll only not do it once, so. Okay. So this table, you can drop it down onto these cleats here, right? And turn this into another bed. Let's see, there's storage. Yeah, this pulls up and there's some storage underneath there. Okay. You have an air conditioner here, and you got manual buttons. You also have this remote here, so you can run it using the remote. Okay, and it's got some magnets on the back. And then this, of course, is for your radio here, your sound. This one here, okay? All right, so let me look around a little bit more, see if I forgot anything. Some of the lights are hooked to the master switch. Others you have to push the button. They're all LEDs. Okay. Your shades are like so. Okay. Okay. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting your roof and the seals. I mean, any place you see caulking or sealant from the factory, you want to take a look at and make sure it's in good shape so water can't get through, and make sure that nothing got damaged by low branches and that sort of thing. So that's important to do regularly. And right now this is winterized, meaning all the water's been purged from the system and replaced with antifreeze. And the water heater right now is bypassed and it's empty. Make sure you put it in the correct camping mode and fill it with water before you turn it on. That's important, okay? Thank you very much.